welcome to Bradford City, the new lead PDP coach. How happy are you to be here?
Yeah, I'm delighted to be here. I'm really excited by the opportunity, getting to grips with the programme, the staff and the players, and hopefully trying to complement what's already in place here.
And how did it kind of come about, the move?
Well, I've been at Halifax for 10, 12 years now. It was, to be honest, it came around in quite a strange way through a passing conversation with the club and with Tom, just being quite sort of close in terms of how we've worked together in the past as two clubs. And it sort of led from there really over different conversations.
With over a decade of experience at Halifax, we were all aware of Steve's reputation. So when he applied for the role, it was a no-brainer to have a conversation. And when myself and Ryan spoke to Steve, it was really clear that he was the person to take the phase forward, and with his leadership experience. We talked so much within the academy around producing players with the character to play for Bradford City, and I think with Steve's his experience of developing not just players but people, we're really confident that he was the person to take it forward.
You mentioned it there, over a decade at Halifax Town. How much can you use that experience to implement here?
Hopefully a lot. I think as a club, we had a close partnership with Bradford in terms of the movement of players. I think I've been able to see some of the work that's been done here in the past, to have a good understanding of what I was maybe coming into. But I've worked predominantly at Halifax in terms of the youth team and developing a programme, creating an environment. Hopefully that could give players the best possible chance to progress. And I've had my experience extended by working closely with some of the first team staff as well. So I've been surrounded by good people, good coaches that supported my development as much as I've been able to support them.
And how pleased are you to add him to what's already a talented group of coaches?
Yeah, we're really excited around the staffing group that we've got now. But you can always add to that. You can always bring people in with different experiences. We look to promote from within wherever possible, but we also recognise the importance of bringing in others with different experiences from other clubs and other environments. And Steve will bring in something which is invaluable into the environment. We're all really excited what he's going to bring. You
mentioned about promoting internally there. That's happened with Pat now as an academy coach. Can you tell us a little bit about him and why you've promoted him from within?
Yeah, so like I said, we always look to promote from within first. If it's not the right thing to do, then we won't force that. But with Pat, we were all really confident that he was ready to come in, and when he would come in, he'd do a really good job. And since coming in at the start of the season, Pat's done a great job in leading the under-16s while supporting the PDP lead full time. So we're all really delighted with the job that Pat's done, and I think him and Steve will be a great team working together to give the best for the Fairs.
Pat, congratulations on the promotion. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your journey so far and what's taken you to this stage?
Yeah, so grew up as a player here, came through all the youth phases, signed professional, and then after that dropped into non-league football. Sort of stumbled into management at senior level in non-league football. I've been a manager for 6 years. Wanted to sort of dip my toe into a professional club in the academy system, so came back into Bradford City. And I've been fortunate that doors have opened up for me to come full time again.
Ryan, you're head of coaching here at the academy. What does that kind of role look like? What does your day-to-day entail?
For the time being, obviously being around the professional development phase, but before stepping into the role and heading back into the role now, coach development, working with the coaches, trying to drive the philosophy that we've got in place at the club, working with the coaches on a daily basis, trying to develop the coaches, help them develop, but also developing the players as well. So collaborating and working together.
It's been a bit of a restructure now with like Pat and Steve coming into the equation. How do you see that dynamic working going forward?
Yeah, both coaches provide a lot of experience, different strengths. So it'd be a good combination, we feel, as staff. So I think they'll make a real big impact from a player development side, but also working alongside them as well from a coach developer. I think we've got a good team in place that will help drive the programme forward.
There's some quite some good successes at Halifax Town. How much do you think you can use those experiences well to implement success here as well?
Well, first of all, there's already a lot of good work that's taken place here in the past. The academy has developed a great reputation for adding value for the club, for progressing players towards the first team, or for moving players on in younger age groups as well. you know, I think I've had over 20 years now developing as a coach, which a big part of that has been at Halifax Town as well. And there's players who have came through Halifax. One, for example, Jay Ben, who's here now, who's came through our programme. He progressed into the first team environment and shows that, you know, with the right environment, the right coaching, the right culture, if we can create that with a good work ethic, then it gives us the best possible chance of sort of bringing that to Bradford as well.
Sort of announcing that as well as yourself, the new restructured academy set up with Pat as well, and Ryan and Tom quite new. How do you see that dynamic working?
Good question. It's my first day today, so I'm very much finding my feet in the role as well. And whilst I'd like to think I have a good understanding from watching from the outside and how the club have worked before, what I'm really looking forward to is getting to grips with it. You know, I've seen young players of various different ages that have played against our teams at Halifax who are very comfortable on the ball, technically good players and have a nice style of play, a clear identity in what they're trying to do. So there's elements that I would like to bring as a coach and what I'm about, but also getting a better grip and understanding of those aspects as well as something where I can hope we can complement together.
And this restructure will allow Ryan Farrell to focus more on his main role as head of coaching. How will that help you achieve the long-term goals of the academy?
So our long-term goal is to produce players that can become assets for the first team squad. Bobby's a great example of that, and Bobby scoring the other night in the semi-final of the Cup, if that doesn't inspire the next generation of players to want to come and play for this football club, I'm not sure what will. So we're all very much focused on producing players that want to play for this football club, want to come in and leave a legacy, as Bobby's doing currently at the moment, and obviously he's got a long way to go in terms of doing that. But yeah, we're all really excited about producing players that can come on and inspire the next generation of footballers within the city. And with Ryan as head of coaching, he'll add his decade of experience as a coach to the other staff within the building and work in collaboration. So work with the coaches for the benefit of the players.
We've seen plenty of success stories from the academy, quite notably Bobby Poynton scored in the Virtue Trophy semi-final the other night. How pleasing is it to see that pathway for young players and see the hard work pay off like that?
Amazing. Just seeing his celebration, it was just raw. The passion that he showed meant a lot to him, and it's so great to see, not just from what he's produced on the pitch, but as a person, working with him from under 10 to under 18, seeing his journey throughout the programme, and playing a small part in that. It's just so great to see, and hopefully we'll have many more in the future. But yeah, he's doing a great job. I'm pleased for him and his family.
We've got a very talented group of coaches here in the academy. We've got Steve coming in, we've got Tom, head of academy, Ryan, head of academy coaching. How much does having a group like that really help you achieve your goals? Yeah,
it's great. You know, lots of coaches, lots of different experiences in there. You know, some people like Ryan have been at the club a long time, so they know the coaching side of things here inside out. So for me to pick up, you know, as much as I can from him to implement that into my sessions, and hopefully we can continue bringing players through.
I guess when you've got so many talented people working really hard, all aiming for one goal, that makes it really easy and really enjoyable.
It is, yeah. You know, we all pride ourselves on the players that we produce here, whether that's the players that we sell, you know, in the younger end of the academy, or those that go on to be professional footballers and successful in the first team, like your Bobby Poyntons and hopefully your Harry Ibitsons to come.